Love Wednesdays. Our love emotional commitment that are the journey love. This week, with our love emotional commitment that shares and that introduces the journey love, we want to introduce the relationship to love. And when we learn to walk the journey love, that introduces your relationship partner to you in the relationship, then the journey love are the commitment to emotionally allow yourself into the love that introduces love. And while love introduces in its seasons, and while love introduces in its acknowledgement, in its commitment, in its introduction, then love exists within the emotional commitment that the relationship partner have for the relationship. When love introduces love, then love introduces the emotional commitment that the relationship partner learns to love on in the relationship. And while relationships takes us on many journeys that introduces relationships, then love does not require the relationship to be introduced. Love requires love to be introduced in a relationship. And when partners find themselves in relationship, the love commitment that partners learns to emotionally be drawn to one another on are the journey that introduces the season's love. When partners learn to hold on to the emotional commitment that introduces the relationship, then partners learn to walk the journey love in a relationship. The journey love never questions the commitment vow that are how emotionally drawn or how emotionally committed are a relationship partner to its relationship. It never questions. It introduces. And when love introduces in its commitment, in its vow of commitment, in its seasons of acknowledgement, then love are emotionally committed to love. And when love are emotionally committed to love, then relationship partners that walks the journey and that has been introduced to the journey love have to learn to be pure in its decision making. Pure in acknowledging that I'm now introduced to love in the relationship. Pure in acknowledging that husband, when we get to the restaurant, I have introduced myself as being love in the relationship. And when I'm love in the relationship, and you are in love with me, the relationship partner, then kindly the emotional commitment are the relationship vow. And when we learn to emotionally be committed, then we learn to be pure in our relationship decision making. And when your relationship introduces you while you are in a relationship to so much different partners that draws your attention, then you learn to hold on to the vow that are the commitment. There are the love, emotional commitment that have introduced in its season. And when our love seasons questions, and we fall in love with a different love partner, and our different love partner introduces in a different atmosphere, and its atmosphere, it creates its own journey. In a journey in our years for a human introduction in season has been 4 seasons. And while love introduces, and we learn to be pure in our love decision making, then the journey love are the emotional commitment love that introduces and that loves and that does not question. And when we learn to be pure in our love decision making, then our love decision making would not easily turn into hatred. But our love decision making would be in pureness of how love has been introduced to you. And when love introduces so kindly, when love introduced so emotionally, when love introduced in all acknowledgement, in the journey love are pure in decision making, then love holds on to love. Then love are committed to love. Then love in a relationship are emotionally drawn to love. And then love are actually love. And in all that love can express itself, in all that love can introduce in our seasons, in all that love can expose you or your relationship partner, and in all that love can, and in all that love are actually love, then love are emotionally committed to love. And when the journey love walks its relationship seasons, then the relationship are the love that are emotionally love in its relationship. And while me, Ribea Elise, are the love part of the universe, then love has introduced us in these years. And when people find themselves questioning in relationships, then love has introduced. And while love has introduced, then love are emotionally committed to the introduction love. And when marriage partners, relationship partners are committed in relationship, then love are committed. Then love does not disappoint. In all that love can, and in all that love are actually, then love loves. And when love loves, then be emotionally committed in your relationship to love. I say when love loves, then be emotionally committed in your relationship love. Our Love Wednesdays with me, Ribea Elise. Or our Love Wednesdays with me, Queen Ribea Elise.